Give me a hone that won't require a loan, and we'll get my tools sharp sometime today. Hey, nobody ever said I could sing. Actually, what they do say is pretty hurtful. But one thing everybody does know, Stumpy Nubs is one sharp woodworker. I don't get all those compliments for nothing. It's because people have seen my tools, and the wispy, thin shavings on my floor, and all the bandages on my fingers. You don't get this many painful wounds without knowing a thing or two about honing an edge. At the Stumpy Nubs workshop, we use sandpaper, whetstones, diamond stones, you name it. But the most reach-for accessory is an inexpensive little jig that's the heart and soul of more woodworking sharpening stations than any other. If you think you gotta shred a lot of lettuce to get a good honing jig, you're wrong, and you must be very embarrassed. I don't know who invented this little hunk of aluminum and steel, but that guy was a pure genius. It's adjustable for chisels and hand planes from as narrow as 1/16 of an inch to over 2.5 inches wide. And by setting how far the blade protrudes from the jig, you can get any bevel you'll ever want. Nearly infinite adjustability, works with all sorts of hand planes and chisels, and compatible with sandpaper, stone, diamonds, all kinds of sharpening material. Doesn't get much better than that. Yes, it does. It runs on a handy little wheel that's much more clever than meets the eye. Some jigs have 2 wheels. The idea being that it'll keep that bevel flat on the surface, more stable when you're using it. But whoever designed this jig really knew their wheels, because they made it with a single wheel that's just wide enough to keep the blade stable, but still narrow enough to allow you to put pressure on one corner or the other, creating a small camber, which is important in tools like smoothing planes. It's not often that I find a tool that's nothing short of ingenious, and the design of this little aluminum jig is nothing short of timeless, which is why woodworkers have loved these things for years, and why they're still one of my favorite things.